Citizens are live on West Africa Democracy Radio today. So the stakes are so high. As an individual and as a Ghanaian, what should be some of the conditions that should be there to ensure free and fair and transparent elections in this particular 2024 election?
Well, with this 2024 elections, as you said earlier, the stakes are very high. I mean, it's a turnover for a new government, and there's a possibility that this government might retain power. So I feel like there should be fair EC. The EC should be very, very fair, because there are a lot at stake now. There's a lot at stake. So if the EC is going to put a lot of things in place, ensure that those at the polling stations are fair and there's no bias, I think that we are going to have a successful election. As Ghana is known to be a peaceful country, it's going to be a peaceful country. I believe in the EC. In as much as this year we've had certain allegations regarding to the register, I believe that the EC is capable and we are going to have a fair election this year.
So you have trust in the EC? Because we had a whole demonstration, enough is enough, and that demonstration even turned chaotic in Kumasi here.
Well, there's that. But then after that demonstration, I believe that measures will be put in place, okay? And all those things will lead to a peaceful election. I'm not saying that I trust the EC, okay? But then based on the past records, we've always had a peaceful election. In as much as this year, we've had several cases and other, as you said, demonstrations and the likes. But I believe that as a peaceful country that we are, it's going to keep on being a peaceful country.
So one of the conditions to ensure a free, fair and transparent elections is that we should have trust in the EC?
Well, not necessarily. Regarding to the register, okay, let me link it back to the register. They had issues with the register. Initially, the EC denied. But then after their own investigations, they realized that there was an issue with it. So they were being honest, they were being truthful. So in a way, we can trust them. But then we are not trusting the EC. We are trusting their works.
The process?
Yes, we have to trust the process. We can't trust the EC, but we have to trust the process. That's what I'm saying.
But in a democratic state where every concern matters, every citizen matters, because the Constitution, we need to uphold it and its principles to the people. The people, be it one political party, is calling for a forensic audit of the register. Yet EC says we are not doing any forensic audits. We've corrected all the anomalies. Isn't that rather spewing tension the more?
Well, in a way it is. But then, as I said earlier, we have no choice now other than to trust the process, because we are requesting for an audit. They are not giving it. So right now, what can we do? We can take legal actions though, but then it will only elongate and bring about a lot of tension.
Democracy, when you talk about democracy, is for the people, and that shouldn't be taken away from them. And it's an avenue for the citizens to decide on what they want. And it's an opportunity for citizens to decide on what they want and actually put leaders that they want into power to run the affairs of the state for them. So yeah.
Okay, so that's the understanding of democracy, where citizens get to participate and then decide who to lead them.
Yes.
Okay. In your opinion, what do you think should be some of the conditions available or implemented to ensure free, fair and transparent elections?
Okay, so from my point of view, I think there should be strict regulations that should be protecting the people from the police stations. People who are put in a position to help the people who are coming to vote. They have to be careful, because people in the police stations, most of the times we have political parties, individuals who are there. They give them some tips, and sometimes during the counting, they have this type of advantage to take some of the voters' ballot papers out. So I think there should be strict security at that point, whereby they check those places, and we have to get people who are neutral in terms of being in a political party. I think that would be the best option, because when you get people a lot who are from parties given that position, they help in the cheating, they help in also destabilizing the voting. So that would be one of the best conditions I think should be placed at that point.
We want to find out from you as an individual. Are you a first-time voter?
No, I'm not a first-time voter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the things that influences you in your voting patterns?
All right, so personally, I look up to what the candidates have for us, right? So if you are a candidate and then I realize that what you are saying has something which is in-depth, I mean, it has a lot of sense, that is what I base on to vote. And then again, I also look up to the vision of this person. So if you tell me why I should vote for you, you are not going to convince me until you have given me the laid down procedures or how you are going to go about with the with bringing whatever you are telling me or whatever you are trying to convince me with. So for example, we have this young and vibrant candidate coming up in this election. His name is Nana Kwame Bediako. Okay. Yes. Initially, I wasn't. He had not won my heart because of, something that he said earlier, that he was going to dredge the sea into Kumasi. So that was actually quite not understandable. But then going forward to looking at how he has the energy, and then he being exuberant young man, giving us the 12 pillars, right, on how he is going to be able to bring all this into existence. I was actually amazed. But then looking at the various the two constant political parties, which is the MPP and the NDC, you see that if you are a young man or you are a Ghanaian, you can realize and can attest to the fact that whenever they get the media space, they begin to fight themselves, right, without giving any solution to what we are facing as a country. Especially the unemployment rate of graduates in Ghana is surging to the point that you can finish school for a very long time without even having a job to do. But it looks like this person, this young man, this Nana Kwame Bediako, who everyone knows as Cheddar, has the interest of the youth at heart, right? So he is willing to do something for us. He is willing to do. I have listened to quite of his. I've taken the opportunity to watch some of his videos, and whenever he gets the opportunity, he tries to let us know that the youth can also do something. Okay. It is high time that we just moved away from the old system, or we've given the mandate to the old men to rule over us.
So what influences you as the message?
Yeah, exactly policy? What he is saying.
Are people not taking, or have politicians over the years not taken advantage of that to just promise anything, promise castles in the air?
Well, with that one, they have. But looking at how we understand their manifestos is also a problem for us. But then this person has actually taken his time to elucidate every point that he is trying to make. For example, he trying to let us know that he can work with 12 ministers. I think it's quite understandable. Ghana is not like a whole continent that we have to be working with 110 ministers. Are you getting me? So it is quite understandable for someone like Nana Kwame Bediako and he's very rich as well, and is not trying to kind of use any dubious means to embezzle funds. He has suffered before, according to him. He has suffered before. I think he had this conversation with Nana Jantua of Inshira FM. He's the morning show host. Okay. So he has given this. He has made it clear that he's not in for Ghana's money. Okay. And besides, he has already made it, and he has everything at his beck and call. Okay.
Aside, just under 30 seconds. Aside the policies, what any other thing really become a factor that you look out for?
The fact that he has the youth at heart.
Okay. Martha, as a young person, we want to find out what are some of the factors that you look out for to vote. Are you fascinated about the various political parties' manifesto or something? We just want to know what would really influence you to vote.
Oh, okay, thank you for the question. As a young person or a youth, really what would influence you to vote is the leader, those aspiring for the position of the presidency, their manifesto, what they are putting in place, that when they come in power, they can help the country, the situation we are in currently, high cost of living and high inflation. Those who will come, that they can manage the economy well, or talk about things or measures that they will put in place so that everything going wrong in the country can go well. That's where I will look at. Yes.
So have you actually started looking at their manifestos already?
Yes, but not all.
Not all.
Yes.
Okay. Does has manifesto over the years really solved the country's problem? Because people say it is the manifesto that is now leading to more of the problems that we're facing now.
I will say no, because there are a lot of things they will say in the manifesto which are promises, but when they come, they do otherwise. So I won't say what they normally say in the manifesto is what they do. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.